What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we have a very peculiar showcase for you about this guy that is just obsessed with mannequins. Seriously, you want to keep watching until the very end to see just how far his obsession goes. And also, real quick, if you guys like my content, please drop a like. It takes like 2 seconds and helps out the channel more than you know. Without further ado, let's meet this dude, shall we?
I have close to 300 mannequins. I want the largest mannequin collection in the world. My entire life at this point is dedicated to my mannequins.
I mean, 300 mannequins, bruh? I don't think I have 300 of anything. Like, why would you need to collect something that takes up so much space, too? Like, thinking of fitting 300 mannequins in my apartment stresses me out, dude. That sounds so insane. Like, this guy must just be living in a labyrinth of fake people or have a mansion of some sorts. Also, I mean, I'm just gonna say this, it's kinda low-hanging fruit to go after someone because of their name, but I gotta say, if you meet someone named Chad Michael Morissette, you know he's gonna be into some weird stuff, bruh. Like, his parents set him up to be a little different out of the gate when they chose to give him 2 first names and just combine him into one.
Mannequins don't talk back. They have no attitude except their pose.
Okay, that's a little creepy, I gotta say, man. Like, why are you obsessed with them for the reason that they just don't talk back? I love mannequins. Most of all because they cannot tell another soul what goes on when these cameras are not following me, and I get to spend all day with them. It's basically what that sounds like. I do not want to know the kind of secrets these inanimate objects might hold if they had actual thoughts or the ability to speak.
I'd rather sit in a room full of mannequins than have to deal with one annoying person, you know?
I mean, look, I'm pretty antisocial most of the time, so I get this sentiment, alright? But why does that void have to be filled with mannequins? Why can't you just enjoy being alone, like being an introvert? I would be so creeped out living in a house full of these things, man. Like, what if all of a sudden, out of the corner of your eye, you saw one move or something? Like, this seriously sounds like it could be the beginning of a horror movie plot, like it's just waiting to happen. I think lightning just needs to strike one of them once and they become animated or something. So this dude pretty much spends his entire day online looking for people selling mannequins, and he dumpster dives in his free time away from the computer looking for parts of these things. Like, this is his vice, man. He's got to get his fix, because if he doesn't find a cool mannequin within that week, he must feel so defeated. Oh, and side note, you got to be thinking to yourself at this point, hey, Grim, how much does a mannequin even cost? Wouldn't that be kind of hard to find or buy one? And I really don't know how much they are individually, but according to this video, he has spent, I feel disgusted even saying this, he has spent over $100,000 in his search to find these things so that he can build the biggest antique mannequin collection on Earth. Doesn't he already have it though? Like, is there someone else out here with more than 300? That's what I'm having trouble with here. Like, is this a community of people obsessed with mannequins? Does that exist? If so, where do they talk about it? Like, are there mannequin collecting forums? I don't know about you guys, but it's so insane to me when I find these little niches of the internet. Like, somehow people across the world have these strange interests and obsessions, and now they can meet other people with similar interests and just nerd out on this stuff. Like, it's honestly amazing to me, but also weird. I don't know, I guess I can't judge because I don't have nearly the amount of passion that this dude has for these mannequins for like anything in my life. So I guess it's cool that he has found his calling as a collector of these things.
When we first met, 1 became 2, and then 2 became 25 in a span of like a month.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this would have been a deal breaker for me. I could see letting my significant other having a mannequin as decoration in a random room of the house or something, but as soon as it becomes more than like 2 or 3, yeah, I'm done. I'm not about to be living in a house full of fake clothing models. I don't want to feel like I'm in a JCPenney store or in a straight up horror film like I was saying earlier. Wow, the amount of care that this dude puts into these things is absolutely insane, you guys. I mean, when you're 100K deep into a collection, I guess you have no choice but to be like this, but come on. He's out here washing them every week to keep their shine and that glow that they had in the store that they were at 20 years ago. And he even has run out of room, so he keeps 100 or so of them in his basement, where they are all meticulously stored and wrapped in shrink wrap so that they can maintain good quality. I mean, I'm sure it's kind of dank and moldy down there in the basement year-round, so he wants to prevent them from having or growing mold, but this is just so extra to me. To take it a step further, he even made these custom masks for them, to where he puts them on so that their eyelashes and facial features aren't damaged from the shrink wrap or anything else. My gaming PC is like my prized possession, and I don't even think I show it 1/10 of the amount of love or care that this dude gives to every single one of his mannequins. I wonder what it's like to actually care about something this much. Like, watching this just makes me feel so empty and dull, bruh. Maybe I need to start collecting something.
Deep down back behind his ear, clean that in the ear.
He thinks everyone else who touches those mannequins cannot do it right. So he has to go ahead and explain himself to let you know that this is the way to do it.
That would be so frustrating. Oh my god. Like, this dude is lucky that his boyfriend is even down to help him wash these things when he's like micromanaging the whole thing, you know, making sure he's doing it right. How hard can it be to wash a mannequin, dude? Chill out and let him do his thing, alright? He's definitely that one nerd in your group that you have for school projects that is worried that everyone else will mess up, so he just bothers you as you're trying to do your portion of the work, and then ends up doing the whole project himself because your version wasn't good enough, you know? There's always that one type of person in each class, and I hate it, man. Like, just tell someone how to do something and let them do it, alright? People are stupid, but not that stupid for the most part, you know? They can follow simple directions.
It's not that I'm jealous, I'm more of like, well, what about us taking a vacation? Every week seems like there's 2-3 new mannequins in the house, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I got more mannequins.
A vacation? Are you silly? You both need to be working full-time to feed his addiction, alright? He has dropped 100K into this. Do you really think he has a lot of spare money to be taking you on a vacation? Ugh, this household is only about mannequins, and if you can't handle that, then leave. He's got 300 other friends he can talk to instead, alright?
She's a cheap import, cheap import, cheap import. She needs to be fixed, like, look how busted she is. She needs a lot of TLC.
Wow, so apparently every Saturday this dude goes around scouring the lands of LA to find the best mannequins, and he apparently is just super judgmental of these things. Cheap import, cheap import. Ah, she needs fixing, she's disgusting. Like, chill, bro. These stores that are trying to make a profit didn't invest in the highest quality antique mannequins that money can buy, alright? Not everyone is about this life, Chad Michael. I hate making fun of that name, but it is so hard to say that and not giggle. Like, I think his parents, you know, they were fighting and they couldn't really think of a name they both liked, so they both combined their favorite choices. His name literally sounds like a 4chan meme, and that's very unfortunate.
People call these mannequins, and these are not mannequins. These are dress forms. So please stop calling this a mannequin. This is what you make a dress on. Mannequins are what you display clothing on.
Get it right, people. I'm with you, Chad Michael. I hate that our community is being ravaged by these normies that don't understand the difference between a mannequin and whatever these sad excuses for fake mannequins are. I mean, newsflash, people, humans don't have poles for heads, so I agree with you. People need to get their word usage right when it comes to actually defining mannequins. This is a problem that has gone on long enough, I tell ya. Hey, you guys have made it pretty far into this video. Thank you so much for watching. Real quick, I'm gonna challenge you in the next 5 seconds to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss an upload of mine. And if you can do all of that quick enough, I'm gonna reward you with your very own collection of antique mannequins. I dropped like 50 G's on these things, alright? So you better appreciate it. And no, I cannot provide storage. You just gotta make do somehow, alright? Anyways, on with the rest of the video.
I want her so badly. This is Giselle, 1975, made by Hinsegal, imported from Denmark, and I want her.
Okay, wow, I'm impressed. This man just went and rattled off all of this info on this stuff. Like, he's clearly done his research, and I'm not exactly surprised by that, but it is cool to see someone who is an expert in a field, you know, going over the details of their expertise. It's like those videos where professionals critique other people of that profession. Like, dang, I wish I knew all that stuff about something. I guess I'm kind of like that with video and camera equipment, but still, it's not on this level. Like, you couldn't show me a camera and I couldn't tell you where, you know, that certain camera was made, or the name of the dude that designed it.
I want to save her. She should never end up somewhere that she doesn't belong, so I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying.
There's no chance he'll ever get that mannequin.
I think he sees these as like a mission for him. You know, these places don't have the respect they should have for these rare specimens, and they should be so much better appreciated in his dark basement wrapped in plastic with MF Doom masks on, and that's how they should be stored properly, alright? Not in a store modeling clothes. I mean, it's not like they were designed for that purpose exactly. Come on now.
So today, with their relationship on the rocks and a tight budget, Chad Michael and Mito enlist a realtor to help them find a nearby space where Chad Michael can visit his mannequins every day.
So this dude legit hired a realtor to help him find a second home or space to store all of these mannequins so that they still have a good life and so that he can meet them every day. I want to know what this dude does that allows him to be so willy-nilly with his money and still somehow go spend all day browsing forums and seeing what kind of rare mannequins he can find. because I don't care how passionate you are, most people at this age do not have 100K invested into collecting anything. Like, you gotta be making some good money to be able to set that aside for stuff like this. So ultimately, you know, they find a place that doesn't have too much light and can fit the most amount of mannequins. And I gotta say, if I look through one of my neighbor's windows that was recently vacant and I see like 100 mannequins in there in the living room, I think I'm moving out right away and finding somewhere else to live, because that is the most alarming thing I could ever think of. I guess it's cool that he finally has a place to store these things so that his poor boyfriend can finally live a normal life, but you know what, I bet it will just get to a point where this other apartment gets too full and he starts filling up their own place again. I mean, this man will stop at nothing. He has to have the best collection, am I right? Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of today's video. I think it's hilarious the lengths he goes to for these things, but it's cool that he's passionate about it, so don't take me joking about it wrong, you know? It's cool that he has this hobby. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace out.